Well, we knew it was coming, but now it is officially here. That's right. The Detroit Lions have announced roster moves, and they have decided to place cornerback DJ Reed on injured reserve, which pretty much sucks, man. Coming from the Detroit Lions Twitter account says they announced roster moves. They placed cornerback DJ Reed on injured reserve, and they signed safety Lauren Strickland and linebacker Ty Summers to the active roster from the practice squad. They also signed Trey Flowers and cornerback Nick Whiteside to the practice squad as well. Now, we talked about this yesterday. So this is big, man, because DJ Reed, now we lose him for a minimum of 4 games. That is going to take us past the trade deadline because the Detroit Lions are going to they're going to play the Cincinnati Bengals. That's game number 1. Then you have the Kansas City Chiefs. That's game number 2. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on October 20th. Then the next week on the 26th, we have no game. We come back that first, I think it's the 2nd of November. We have a game. The trade deadline happens that Tuesday, and then DJ Reed can be eligible to return. Now, don't forget, usually when somebody hits IR, their 21-day window opens. Now, that 21-day window could last a day. It could last 21 days. So he doesn't necessarily means that he's going to be out for 6, 7, 8 weeks. It just means that he has to miss a minimum of 4 games, which puts us past the trade deadline. Sucks, man. Terrion Arnold was at practice today, but he's not a very good corner right now. We just got to keep it a buck. And the guy that nobody was really throwing to, the guy that was making plays, is now shelved for a minimum of 4 games. I mean, we could have Trey Hendrickson on this team before we see DJ Reed. You know, I can wish, right? I can wish. But the Detroit Lions decided to sign Lauren Strickland and linebacker Ty Summers, a guy we literally just brought back yesterday. And what did I say? What did I say? We also signed Trey Flowers and cornerback Nick Whiteside. Out of these, okay, so Lauren Strickland was already on the practice squad. Ty Summers spent last offseason. We cut him as the cut downs were happening in 2024. So the Lions are very familiar with him. And also Nick Whiteside, a guy that I want to say was on the team during the preseason of this year, I believe, but I know he was here for 2024. And of course, we talked about Trey Flowers. No, not that Trey Flowers, but we talked about Trey Flowers last night. That video is doing numbers, by the way. I appreciate that. So this is news that we knew this news was going to come. It came sooner than later, but hamstrings are a pretty big deal. If you guys remember, Jamison Williams had a hamstring injury a couple years ago, put him on the sideline for quite a bit. I want to say it was about 7, 8 weeks. Justin Jefferson a couple years ago in 2023 had a hammy, and it put him on the sideline for the same amount of time. I don't know, man. I'm expecting. Now, the good news is that DJ Reed does not need surgery, which is great. And yes, that did come up, but meaning somebody brought that up. But we might not see this guy until we're talking about like 6, 7 weeks from now. Hamstrings are that bad. I mean, think about it. They're like the lifeblood, man, to hurt. Everything you do is coming from like your quads and your hamstrings, bro. So like these injuries can lay you up for a while. So DJ Reed seemed to be in good spirits, though. Saw him on Twitter like right after the game, and he was in great spirits, man. So it seemed, he seems like he's doing okay. But this sucks because now we have to rely on these guys here. And again, Nick Whiteside is not like a cover corner. Trey Flowers is going to be, maybe. So that means that we're going into the game against the Cincinnati Bengals with probably Khalil Dorsey being the starting corner. And who in the world, which you got to pick your poison here. You want to put, Lord have mercy. So you either got Trey Flowers and Khalil Dorsey that's going to be on T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, or Terrion. He was at practice today. Maybe he can't go. Who do you put Terrion on? So you got to pick your poison. Who are you putting on whom? Like, where are you going? Are you putting Trey Flowers on Trey? I'm saying Trey Flowers on Chase or T? Or are you putting Khalil Dorsey on Chase or T? Or, that's if Terrion can't go. So I expect some more moves to be made. Again, the cornerback room it seems like since Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have been here. I don't remember it, under Matt Patricia, stuff like that. But, Brad has this affinity, man, for cornerbacks. And I might be starting to see why, because they just get obliterated. I mean, all the time. We lose both of our starting cornerbacks in the same game. Like, that's crazy. And one is lost for, 4 games minimum. And then one, we don't even know when he's going to be able to go. But like I said, the injury report came out today. It's Wednesday, and it was reported that he was not just at practice, he was practicing. So that is that's a big deal. As the injury report progresses over the next couple of days, we'll see where he's listed at. But, I mean, Terrion might be able to go. And, I mean, that might be a ray of sunshine in this dark time. Real talk. For Terrion Arnold to be a ray of sunshine at the way he's playing right now is a pretty big deal, because Terrion Arnold is playing terribly right now. I'm going to show you something. Let me see if I still had this thing bookmarked, because I've been meaning to bring this in for a while. And this is a chart in which Terrion Arnold is, I actually found it. I still have it. So I'll show you, see if I can bring this thing up here. I did bring you know what? Let me see something. Bear with me, because these videos are off the cuff. And I usually plan, and you know what? I said I was going to put this in my, oh man, I just went to the eye doctor. I had my pupils dilated. I can't say. All right, so we'll do this instead, but I'll make sure that I bring it in. So if I look like I'm mean mugging you, that's why. All right. So I wanted to bring it in and so you guys can see it bigger, but this is coming from Stat Account on Twitter. Okay. Again, you guys might not be able to see it, because I can barely see it with my coming back from the doctor. But coverage, it says cornerback coverage, yards allowed versus passer rating allowed. And you could probably find this on Twitter yourself. I'll make sure that I bring it in and put it in the software. But basically, the top right equals good and the bottom left equals bad. All right. Now, you might not be able to see Terrion's name. You might not be able to even see the Lions icon. So allow me to show you where it is. Here's Terrion Arnold right here. This was going into week 4. So this is before the game against the Cleveland Browns. He was the worst cornerback pretty much in both categories. So you have this side here is passer rating, and this side is yards allowed per coverage snap. So Terrion Arnold is the worst. This was going into week 4. He was the worst as far as yards allowed per coverage snap, but he wasn't the worst in quarterback rating. The worst in quarterback rating would have been Trayvon Diggs. That's the name. And I just kind of could see, I could barely make out the Dallas Cowboys symbol. So again, Terrion, of course, he got some work to do. So also, I forgot about Amik Robertson. I forgot about that as well. So I'm guessing Amik is going to be, you probably will have Amik starting. Then you'll have, I'm thinking if Terrion can't go, and remember, Kelvin Shepard said something during his press conference a little while ago. And he was like, if you're hurt and you decide to go out there and you hamper the team, that's on you. Like, we're not going to do that, right? So if Terrion can't go, you would have to assume Khalil Dorsey's probably going to get the start, and then maybe Trey Flowers comes off the bench. We can slide up Brian Branch in that slot, and Amik going to have to hold it down. He going to have to hold it down. I mean, he's been on some tough guys. Justin Jefferson, he was playing against one of the receivers from Buffalo last year when he got hurt, right? No, he got hurt. No, Aleem got hurt against Buffalo. He got hurt. I think Carlton Davis got hurt in Buffalo too, or against Buffalo. And then Amik got hurt in the game against Washington, man. Don't even remind me. Anyway, so that's what's happening there. Roster moves. The Detroit Lions decide to officially put DJ Reed on IR that we knew was coming. But what I was going to say is, look at the guys that we brought back. We brought back Lauren Strickland. He's been on the team for a while in the practice squad. Ty Summers. Again, Nick Whiteside. So what they do, this is what the Lions do. You got to, if you are spending any time with the Detroit Lions, you better make sure you make an impact. You leave something with them, because if you are that type of character, that type of work ethic, they will bring you back in a second. They will do it, man. Look, like I said, this team and what they've done so far has gotten us to where we are. It's never been about where we are, because they've proven that they can get here, right? We've seen that the way Brad and Dan do this thing, that we can get all the way up to the NFC Championship game, which is, I mean, last time we did that was over 30 something years ago at the time, right? And it's just about going all the way. So we'll see. We'll see. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. This video was tough because I'm telling you, like, you don't know about getting your pupils dilated until they actually are. Not only is this stuff, it stings, it lasts a long time, man. It's with you a long time. So yeah, I did record a video last night that you will see today. I was going to do the defensive rank through. I might be able to pull that off. I don't know. It depends on how my eyes feel, and I have an early day tomorrow, so we'll find out. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.